to first start by showing that I had 4 audience members and one of them will be recording the video. My name is Jordan Kann and this is my informational speech on medical marijuana. Should medical marijuana be legal throughout the United States? This issue has been a huge controversy in and out of headlines for years and is currently legal in 23 states. The years the laws in each state were passed range from states such as California in 1996, Oregon in 1998, and Minnesota in 2014. They are mainly on the east and west coast. However, each state varies in the possession legal limit at a time. That ranges from 1 ounce in some states and 24 ounces in other states. According to Kim Zimmerman of Live Science Contributor, marijuana medical uses can be traced back to 2737 BC. However, the Federal Drug Enforcement Administration has classified marijuana as a Schedule I of Controlled Substances Act, which is the most restrictive schedule. This means it is highly addictive drug. Because it is Schedule I drug, it is hard to do high quality studies on its medical effects within the U.S. Medical marijuana can be taken in several different forms. It can be smoked, vaporized, ingested in a pill, oral spray, or added to foods. There are many reasons doctors, scientists, and specialists believe marijuana for medical purposes should in fact be legal. Donald Abrams, an integrative medicine specialist for cancer patients at the University of California, says marijuana contains 60 active ingredients known as cannabinoids. The body naturally makes its own form of cannabinoids to control pain. The primary psychoactive cannabinoid in marijuana is THC, which stands for tetrahydrocannabinol. The THC mainly targets the CB1 receptor, a cannabinoid receptor found mainly in the brain, but also found in the nervous system, liver, kidney, and the lungs. The CB1 receptor is activated to lessen the response to pain. According to Sanjay Gupta, chief medical correspondent for CNN, wrote that a recent study, the chemical THC, which is also responsible for the high, can help slow down the progress of Alzheimer's. It blocks the formation of disease-causing plaques better than several mainstream drugs can do. Medical cannabis has been known to reduce pain in patients with multiple sclerosis and relieve glaucoma patients. Researchers at the American Academy of Neurology have found that medical marijuana in the pill or oral spray has been known to reduce stiffness and muscle spasms in conditions such as MS. A well-known effect of marijuana after using is the munchies, or the desire to eat. However, where most see it as a downfall for patients, suffering a form of reduced appetite due to medical conditions such as HIV, AIDS, it has helped them to stimulate an appetite. Medical marijuana is also used to treat the nausea that comes with chemotherapy through scientific studies of smoking the plant are limited. There are also many reasons some doctors, scientists, and specialists believe medical marijuana should not be legal. One reason is because it is highly addictive for some people. Dr. Drew Pinsky, who has been working with addicts for decades, states that the thing about marijuana addiction is that some people, even though they're addicted, can do fine with it for many years before they start having difficulty, but eventually the high starts to wear off and people start smoking a lot more to try to get the high back, and that's when they begin to descend. While Sanjay Gupta, chief medical correspondent for CNN, believed THC has some positive benefits to diseases in the medical world. He also believes that frequent marijuana use can seriously affect your short-term memory. It can also impair your cognitive ability, hence why they call it dope. Smoking anything from tobacco or marijuana can really damage your lung tissue. So despite its positive medical benefits, smoking it is the wrong way to get the drug into your system, and it is not beneficial for a patient long term. Another reason, according to Deepak Cyril, professor of psychiatry at Yale School of Medicine, is that for most conditions that qualify for the use of medical marijuana have relied on low-quality scientific research, individual testimonials, legislative initiatives, and of course, public opinion. If other drugs were also approved in the same way, most of the conditions that qualify for medical marijuana use would not meet FDA standards. Also, if more states begin to legalize medical marijuana, it will not be long before access is allowed for recreational purposes as well. Majority of the states that were first to legalize medical marijuana have already legalized marijuana for recreational purposes, such as Alaska, Washington, and Oregon. All have passed the law to legalize medical use in 1998 and have now legalized marijuana for recreational use as well. If the goal is to use medical marijuana for medical purposes, then why is the approval processes different from approval processes for other medications? The decision whether or not to prescribe and use medical marijuana is between the doctor and the patient. It also depends where he or she is located. Is it extremely helpful for coping with certain diseases and even slow down certain diseases? Yes. Does it help with nausea, pain, and appetite loss? Yes. Are there other medications and treatments for pain other than medical marijuana? Yes. Is it highly addictive and dangerous to your lungs and your body long term? Yes. So, should it be legal and used throughout the United States? That is up to you.